welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. In today's video, I just decided to take a quick ride. I had something to drop off at a team member slash friend's house. But while I'm here, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about female riders. Over my years of riding and being out there, out and about, I have met a lot of incredible ladies. A lot of them who ride and they share the exact same passion as I have. And then I've also met a ton of ladies who absolutely admire what I do and the other female riders do. And they're like, oh my gosh, I only wish I could do the same. Like, I want to do this so bad. And they're either actively looking at courses or bikes or looking at ways to get involved in the community and in riding. And so they're the people who really have their mindset right, and I love it. I'm just like all about encouraging them and helping them figure things out. But then there's those ladies who are like, oh my gosh, I could never do this, and they have like this almost like a mindset block. And I'm not saying that riding is for everybody. Gosh, absolutely not, because just like with anything else out there, not everything is for everyone. But there's like 5 different things that have really stood out to me amongst those ladies. And I'm hoping that maybe if you're listening, if you're watching this video right now, maybe what I'm going to be talking about is going to be helpful for you. So the biggest thing, number one, the kind of a mindset block or whatever you may want to call it, is they are so worried about what others think. It's the craziest thing to me. I'm like, it's been a long time. I mean, I've been an entrepreneur for quite a few years now. And the first thing I figured out during my journey as an entrepreneur is that if I want to be successful, I need to not care about what others think. And it's not easy, but it's a learned skill, and you can really kind of toughen up your skin. And I feel it's the same way with riding. If the only thing that's holding you back is the thought of what others think, oh my gosh, we need to talk. You need to drop me an email or send me a message or comment below this video. We need to talk about it. If you want to ride but you're worried about what others think, you can get over that. At the end of the day, this is your life and you can literally do anything you want. So who cares what the others think? Now, then the other point is point number 2. They are worried that they would not be good at it, or they assume they can't, or they assume they can't be good enough once they get into riding. And again, it's like, how do you know? Have you ever done it before? Maybe you rode a dirt bike when you were a little kid and maybe, I don't know, something happened. That does not dictate, like whatever has happened in the past, in general, it does not dictate your future. And you can take this piece of advice and apply it to any part of your life, whether it's to do with you being successful at business or being successful at, I don't know, playing an instrument, whatever it may be, or riding a motorcycle. Whatever happened in the past, it doesn't mean that you cannot become good at it in the future. So it's like a limiting belief that you're allowing yourself be held back by. And guess what? You need to cut that tie. If you truly want to ride, and if that's the only thing that's holding you back, that you don't think you would be any good and you assume that you can't, I'm gonna tell you right now that yes, you can, girlfriend. So next one, number 3. And I had a conversation recently with a really good friend of mine. Her husband has just bought a Goldwing. If she's listening to it, she knows exactly who I'm talking about. So they're getting back into biking as a couple, and I think it's I'm so happy for them. Like when they told me that they're gonna go and pick up this bike, I don't know if I was more excited for them or if they were more excited for themselves. But she came over and she said, oh, I would really love to have a bike of my own one day, but I'm so short. I don't think they make bikes this short. Guess what? almost any bike out there can be lowered. You can change out seats, you can get custom seats. Some of them lower you up to, I think, 2 inches, they say. There's so many different ways. So don't let yourself again be held back by the thought of that the bikes don't come low enough. Gosh, have you seen some of those bikes out there? You're practically sitting on the road. So there's definitely a bike out there for absolutely everyone. So I myself, I am not a tall person. I think I'm 5'2". I haven't measured myself in a long time. I think I'm 5'2". And the Sport Glide is absolutely the most perfect bike for me. It's I believe it's 26.5 inches as far as the seat height goes, and I am planning to actually switch the seat out to the Saddlemen step-up seat, which I believe is gonna be even lower for me. So there's options out there. So, and don't limit yourself by having this thought that you don't have a bike that's low enough. There's gonna be something out there for you. Do your research. Point number 4, and I think a lot of ladies want, especially once they have children, they get into that frame of mind that motorcycling is too dangerous. And yes, I'm not saying that there's no dangers riding it. Absolutely there are. But so is flying on an airplane. So is riding a bicycle. So is, I don't know, taking a train. So is going on a cruise, taking a boat. I don't know. There's dangers in everything. It's dangerous to walk on a sidewalk. Somebody could come and hit you. You just never know these things. So the thing is that you just have to become very, very aware of your surroundings more than you are maybe used to. Do extra shoulder checks, assume that people can't see you, assume other vehicles cannot see you, learn to make that eye contact, and just practice. The more you get out there, the more comfortable you're gonna get, and the more better rider you are gonna become. So here on the video, actually, I am going over to my friend's house right now. I had something to drop off. In my company, we have these incredible pre and probiotics that everybody's going bananas over. So I'm just making a quick pit stop at her house, throwing a package of those things on her doorstep, and then moving right along. Before I get to the next point, check out my new helmet. So this is the Torque T1, and it is awesome. If you are somebody who feels maybe a little bit claustrophobic with full-faced helmets like myself, I have tried many, this is actually amazing because the front of it comes quite far kind of away from your face, and the bar that is protecting your chin is quite low, so the eye opening is super wide. So I just wanted to point that out. Amazing ventilation as well. There's 2 vents in the back and 2 in the front, so you actually have air to breathe. Love that helmet. So my husband actually came on this ride with me, so I'm gonna zoom right past him, and we are gonna head over to the Spunky's motorcycle shop because I want to look at some new boots, and my husband wanted to look for some new gloves. You can never have enough gloves and boots, right? So there we go again. So the next thing I want to chat to you a little bit about, and that would be, I guess, number 5 if we're counting, but really, who is counting? Some people think that they're too old to learn a new skill. What? Did you know that age is just a number? It does not matter whether you're 20 or you're 50 or you're whatever. Like, it does not matter. You are fully capable of learning a new skill as long as there's will, and as long as you have the desire, and as long as you're willing to follow through. You know, there's going to be setbacks with whatever new thing that you're learning. And motorcycling is exactly the same way. So if you really want to do this, age is... I have nothing else to say. I just want to laugh. You are never too old to learn a new skill. You know, it's so funny. The other day we were down on, we rode to our local beach with some of the Lidas. By the way, if you're a Lidas member, say a quick hello down below. I'm from the Nanaimo group, Nanaimo, BC. And so there was four of us there, and these two old ladies came by, and they got so excited. They started checking out our bikes, and one of them said that, oh my goodness, what I would do to get myself an Indian again. She's like, in my younger years, I would always ride Indians, and they were just my favorite bikes. And oh my goodness, those two were so lit up. That was probably the most excitement they have seen in the last year. So it's just so cool seeing people pop by, and always try to make friends when they see bikers. That was just the coolest thing. And honestly, we told them, we said that you're totally welcome in our group. Get yourself a bike and we're gonna take you on a ride with us. So the age, coming back to that, the age does not matter anything at all. Seriously, trust me on that. Coming to point number 6. I sound like a radio announcer or something. Point number 6 is that people think that this is an expensive hobby. Okay, have you seen Craigslist recently? Have you seen Facebook Marketplace? Have you seen Auto Trader? Motorcycles come in all sorts of different price points. If you want to get the Harley like myself, like a brand new one, yes, here in Canada for the Sport Glide, you have to be prepared to dish out roughly about $25,000. But guess what? I did not start on a bike like this. My 1984 Honda Shadow 500cc, which took me to Sturgis and back and on many other long trips when I first started riding, it cost me exactly 1,200 Canadian dollars. In the US, that's what, I don't know, $850. And it was a very, very reliable bike. If the finances are an issue, my advice would be to look into the Japanese bikes, look into Yamaha, you look into Honda, look into Kawasaki, Suzuki. You can get really, really, really good deals on those bikes, especially now that most of those manufacturers no longer manufacture cruisers. I mean, I'm not here to assume that you're going to want a cruiser like myself. Maybe you're a sports bike kind of a person. But in general, you can get really good deals with those bikes, and they are reliable. Like, the wheels will fall off before the engine goes. They are super reliable. And like my second bike was the Yamaha V-Star Touring 950. It was a 2009 model. And what I paid for it was like 4,300 Canadian dollars. So again, it was not expensive for a whole lot of a bike. And again, it was in a practically new condition, 14,000 kilometers on it when I bought it. So you can always upgrade, but don't feel like you have to start off on something crazy expensive. Some people are happy with lesser priced bikes till the end of the time. It does not really matter what brand it is, as long as you have two wheels, as long as it's reliable, mechanically sound, as long as it's not gonna like fall apart while you're riding. So the cost can be very, very reasonable. You just again have to do your research and make sure that you don't end up with a lemon of any sort. I hope that these 6 points were helpful for you. If so, leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be making a huge effort to keep this channel going and post content on a more regular basis now that it's riding season again. If you ever have any particular topic that you would like me to cover, again, shoot me a message and I'm more than happy to consider it. And again, also follow me on Instagram. It is blonde.on.wheels. Same on TikTok. I love TikTok. See you again on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.